Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What bursts your bubble?
Obviously delusions. Obviously I can get delusions that you're a monster behind a mask, ex-girlfriends are monsters behind a mask, dad's a monster behind a mask. And, obviously some of the main delusions are, the HIV scare was premeditated and you're sadists. You know what I mean? That's obviously the main delusion.
Mm-hmm.
According to Dr. Garrett, what he thinks that is I'm very sexually frustrated. I mean, frankly. And obviously I desire intimacy with a girlfriend, because I've been involuntarily celibate for quite some time. And I tell myself, obviously my mother has me in a metaphorical chastity belt. This is not real. This is obviously a delusion. Or, my ex-girlfriend gave me the HIV scare with premeditated intent to torture me, and she's the reason nobody wants to date me. Basically, basically things that I suspect are true, I come to a feeling of certainty about. I blame them, and I start fighting with delusions. I start fighting with illusions, and I get a sense, I think he called it righteous anger, where I get righteously angry that, I've been wronged. But actually, on the contrary, if you were to pass away, let's say, I would be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. I'm dependent on you. I don't know how to function as an independent adult.
But that's what we're working towards.
Right.
And interestingly, the thing that you said about that, where the thought processes goes when you feel these thoughts, do you tell yourself, or do you think that you put the work into dating and being with somebody? Do you think you put any effort into doing that?
Let's talk more about the delusional
Okay.
aspect than the dating aspect. I think recently I do put the work into catching it, checking it, changing it. So
Which is perfect.
So obviously, when I get emotional, then I start to think the HIV scare was premeditated, and people wanted to give me a metaphorical rape, and people have me in a metaphorical chastity belt, and people are torturing me.
What do you think triggers that? That thought process, the negative thought process.
To be frank, and I know you've said that, sometimes, social media, looking at, social media photos can do it. But even just being really frustrated and you saying something, like making a noise like this, and like it's similar
that can trigger it?
Yeah, because it's similar to the noise I used to make when I was on a mega regimen of psychiatric medications, and I start to think,
so that
I start to think you're a pharmacological abuser. But realistically, if you were to go away, let's say hypothetically speaking, I'd be screwed. I'd be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle.
But we don't want that.
No. I know. I need to get independent. I need to ideally get a girlfriend, because that's what I desire most.
Does getting independent scare you?
I think ideally that's the natural progression of life. People are meant to get into.
But does it scare you?
Maybe it does scare me a little bit.
Or is it laziness? Like, there's effort to being independent. There's a lot of effort you have to put into it.
Obviously, something. They say, burden. Obviously, if somebody is in a wheelchair, obviously, everybody knows it would be wrong to call the person a burden.
Right.
But when it comes to me, my diagnosis is symptomatic schizoaffective. But a lot of people, obviously, my disability isn't as
visual,
obvious to see to your eyes. But am I capable of being an independent adult?
What do you think?
I've never proved I can function. I've never proven. I personally think I am capable. I personally think I can function as an independent adult. But it's 2023. I'm 36 years old, and I've never proven that my executive functioning is high. I've never proven it.
That you can do it all on your own.
Right. Yeah. So
with the assistance, because everybody that has a disability.
And I think Dr. Kaplan said your executive function is determined by your level of functioning, and right now I'm not functioning very highly. So obviously, although I say, if my mother went away, I'd be flying off to Hollywood superstardom and I'd be a rich and famous movie star. No, realistically, you'd probably go to a psychiatric hospital or getting taken care of. You're not going to be, if you might say, if my mother just threw me in the deep end of the pool, maybe I would swim and really soar to Hollywood superstardom. No.
So do you understand why the advocates and the things that we're all suggesting for the tiny steps now, you understand that that's in your benefit to learn how to do it slowly.
Yes.
Without being thrown in.
Yeah, because God forbid you went away and passed
And-
away, and you're getting
and
older and you're not in good health.
So, yeah.
I'd be up shit's creek without a pedal. I'd be screwed, and that is
But that is what it is.
what it is.